Your boy J Gardner. Like, comment, subscribe. Red button on the right side. Why are we here? Soul Khan versus QP. Battle on GTX. Grind Time X. I like this battle. I remember when they first battled. I was a real big Suns fan back in the day. Like, you couldn't tell me that QP wasn't one of the greatest rappers. Him conceded back in the day. Heartless was one of my favorites off of Suns. I think Heartless was my favorite out of all the Suns members. But a little history on that. Soul Khan, he wanted the battle conceded. So the first one to step up was QP. A lot of people had QP losing, I think, 2-1 that battle. That's when Soul Khan was very dominant that battle. And punchlines was a thing, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy like exciting back then, because everybody that had punches back then didn't have the performance to go with it. Like, QP wasn't a performer, like Conceited wasn't a performer, Heartless wasn't a performer, and Fox wasn't a performer back in the day. So itching on people on nigga squads, what they had they run. QP Soul Khan happened, and then Soul Khan to Fox happened, because Fox was about to fight Soul Khan, because Soul Khan brought his name up in a battle, and then they battled, and then that was on the URL, and like that's what Soul Khan, I think it was Soul Khan, is either his only battle or his first battle in URL, and he dominated Fox that battle. But the rematch, Soul Khan getting his feet wet back in the culture, had a good one versus Frack, good one versus A-Ward, lost to Disaster. I think if QP would have been the first one to battle Soul Khan, I would have had it 3-0 QP. But Soul Khan getting his feet wet, knowing what the culture likes in this era, I think QP is gonna beat Soul Khan and get his lick back. 2-1 QP, because QP, his performance has gotten better. His punchlines, his bars gotten better. His in betweens, bars are even better. Like, he's a better battle rapper than when he battled Soul Khan the first time. I don't know if Soul Khan gotten like better after this run compared to the first run. But if QP beats Soul Khan, Swave, you need to come outside. QP, the only two battles I was mad at QP for back in the day, like, oh my, he could have won these battles, man, was the Soul Khan battle and the Swave Sever battle. Like, them, you need to run it back with both of them, not just Soul Khan, Swave Sever too. You need to run that back with him. It was crazy how he lost in that building, man. He was, Swave was like, hey, yo, don't touch me. So, and QP was, yo, it was crazy, man. You had to be in that, you gotta have to be in that era when on the QP Swave battle. That was crazy. But anyway, QP 2-1 against Soul Khan. GTX, very excited for this card. They had Dumbfounded back. They doing the 2-on-2. Him and Satire gonna be partners on the 2-on-2. That should be interesting. I think this GTX card has an opportunity to be in a great card, and hopefully they do more events. If they do more events, like at least like 2 events, Not counting this one, like do like 3 events, like this one and another 2 events. I think GTX can have their spot as one of the best leagues out there. You know, it's like GTX had that one battle and then they just chilled. Now they can do what they're gonna do and they're gonna be back on track. Now, I don't know what city is gonna be. I hope they had that old grind time feeling when QP and SoulCon battled the first time. But like I don't know how it's gonna happen. It'll be cool to see him, Awkwards come back. Like it'll be cool. Whatever the GTX, the remaining people on the GTX card. Hopefully it's a great card, man. I think it's gonna be a real good card. Takes love URL, but you know it's kind of getting repetitive with all the gun bars and all that, man. You need a lead like GTX, a King of the Dot, to balance battle rap out. So hopefully the GTX, man, have a good card. I think my predictions 1 out of 10. How good this battle gonna be? I think it's gonna be a 7. And I think it's going to be a 7 because I think QP is going to be more dominant in this battle. And I don't think SoulCon is going to beat QP on this one. I think it's a kind of a bad matchup. Especially the buy part with SoulCon being buy. So he's not going to use, I wouldn't think he'll use the F word in this battle and call QP that. So I think that edge, the race angle and all that with SoulCon, I think he's not going to use. So it's going to help QP a little bit more in the battle. But I think QP in this battle knew what to do. I think he's going to stick to his game plan, and it's going to work this time. QP got this, man. After you beat QP, listen to me. After you beat SoulCon, you go right back at Sway Suffer. Those the 2. That's the only 2 battles I want you to get your redemption. At every other battle, it's no need. You get them 2, we good, man. SoulCon versus QP. Who y'all got winning, man? Who y'all got winning? Do y'all care about the battle? If this battle, if it's going down, hopefully the battle's going down. But it'll be a great matchup, man. Early grind time feel, nostalgia matchup, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. Definitely gonna be a crazy matchup. And hold on, Disaster. Hold on, man. I know you one of the leaders in GTX, man. There's one more battle that QP need to get revenge for. That's for Disaster. Because even Disaster told the story when QP battled 3 people in I think it was like 1 day or 2 days, he ain't had no material for Disaster. I think that matchup need to happen too. QP versus Disaster. That matchup should happen too, man. I think he deserves that get back. If he wins, do I think Disaster would QP would beat Disaster? I think Disaster would still win, but you know, just for the history and what happened the first time, I think QP should get that matchup too. So it's actually 3 matchups he should spin the block on those 3 Pacific matchups. But it's your boy Jay Gardner. Like, comment, subscribe, man. The red button on the right side. And my closing statement. Let's own something.